Oh, this is the big news of the day. We have where's my mouse? Hold on, stand by. Technical difficulties. Okay, so what last time we saw you with the news, we were talking about this guy. Just that thing on his face is pissing me off. I just want to go and just shave it off.
I wonder if it's still there.
Yeah, maybe in jail, you gotta get rid of that thing. You're gonna be assaulted in jail if you have that on your face.
I mean, you've got to upkeep it.
Yeah,
well,
right.
Maybe he's got nothing better to do.
Well, they're only gonna give him razors.
His goatee.
They're not gonna give him razors in jail.
I don't know. Don't they? I think they might have razors in jail.
No, they're not gonna give. They can't give you razors in jail.
Like a little shaving razor.
You can easily disassemble that and kill yourself and others with that easily. Like, I don't think that's allowed. I think
I've read you can get. Okay, let's move on.
Maybe there's a barber shop or something. Anyway, John Schaffer, his attorney, files a motion to dismiss all charges, and there's a lot of them. There's quite a pile of them.
There's like 6.
He's citing he's being violated the right for a speedy trial, and you know what? Guess who's his lawyer, by the way?
Who's his lawyer?
Let me find it here. Oh, it's not that. Let me just cut that out. His lawyer.
You want to redo the bit?
Yeah, I could just, okay. So, okay, here we go. Okay, I'll just play that. Okay, but guess who his lawyer is? Obviously, he's a very good lawyer.
Who's his lawyer?
Oh, we have it right here on YouTube. Here we go. So.
Oh, I've got a case of the vapors as surveillance footage of the day.
Turn it off.
Yes, our friend here, Rageaholic, is defending him. Oh, you don't want to watch this? He makes a very good case, though, about why John Schaffer is innocent. And not for the speedy trial thing either. This is like,
that's the case. Turn this off. I cannot listen to this verbal diarrhea.
Do you guys like, you guys out there, do you like the Rageaholic? Comment down below. Obviously his politics are ass backwards. And he's not kidding around either. He's really cringily into that stuff. However, when he does those metal mythos episodes, I like those. I think he does a good job with those.
I think I watched the Judas Priest one.
Yeah.
I watched the Dark Throne one, but I got really annoyed at the Dark Throne one.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like he didn't like what's the name of that album? The Underground Resistance.
Okay.
Mainly because, I don't know mainly, but he seemed to take particular umbrage that Pitchfork gave it a positive review. He's like, oh my God, the normies liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, he is the ultimate edgelord, and he's kind of channeling the whole like Dennis Leary thing, but as like a metal guy, like he's doing that whole routine.
He's like a '90s comedian with his shtick of like, I'm just gonna talk really fast, and my whole thing is that everything pisses me off, and I'm like better than everything.
Word pasta, word salad,
word pasta,
word pasta.
And you can't even process what he's saying because he's talking so fast. He is good at talking fast.
Yes.
I'll give him.
He writes good monologues,
but like he's also not entertaining. Like
likes to curse a lot.
Like I would watch Alex Jones rant about John Schaffer. Like I wouldn't. Not that I'm saying he would agree with him, but it would be entertaining and watchable. Like I tried to watch that video, it was not watchable. Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah, some of his stuff is good, but when he gets political,
you'd have to be a total simp for this guy to be able to stand.
Yeah, I think he definitely has a lot of fans, though he's not been coming out with my feeds a lot, because I think YouTube really is the logarithms really are like tuning those guys out because obviously he gets a lot of views and stuff, but he's not like showing on my feeds anymore.
How can he get tuned out if he's getting a lot of views?
I don't know, because I think it's true that they do. They
if he's getting a lot of views, that means the algorithm's working for him.
He has I don't think he's getting new views. He has obviously a good amount of fans, and I think they're watching his video. But I think he's going to have difficult finding new fans.
That video got a bit of a bump because Metal Sucks highlighted it.
And I felt like Metal Sucks didn't really like know that much about him reading the arc. I think they kind of just described like, oh, look at this fucking guy.
I mean, they call him a metal edgelord, which is correct.
Yes, but I think they kind of just recently learned about him, and they were like, look at this fucking guy. Like I think like that was kind of that's my interpretation of their art. But anyway, let's get back into you all know that guy. But comment down below if you like him or not. We could talk about that. So Iced Earth's John Schaffer, his lawyer, who is not really Rageaholic. Rageaholic probably wouldn't be a good lawyer. Schaffer wants a dismissal due to this guy basically being held too long. And his trial not going forward. But in these cases, obviously, there's a lot of people that have been incarcerated.
Yes, it's upwards of 200 people that are going through the same process John Schaffer is, who were caught.
Yeah. So
video or photographic evidence at the Capitol doing shit.
Well, there was a lot. I mean, I obviously the 200 are probably more serious offenders, but they were just. I mean, the surveillance state is alive and well. If you don't believe it, they were.
I mean, they're like probably the ones like inside,
inside, because obviously there are thousands there, and they were getting people. FBI was paying people visits from their cell phone records and credit card records. It's kind of scary. What if you were just there like on a job interview? It's like, oh yeah, you were there. It's kind of scary.
Well, don't worry, they're very busy.
Yeah, they're very
okay.
Yeah, they're very busy. Like, I don't think you're really gonna get a charge if your credit card shows up as you bought something near there. I don't think that's gonna really go far. My personal opinion. But anyway, this guy is in a lot of trouble. However, there were various charges.
There was like 6 charges, but they all like sounded like the same thing, basically, like being trespassing inside, disrupting, federal processes.
Disrupting content. We're wearing a hat. Trespassing while wearing a hat.
Being violent inside the restricted area.
Yeah. and I don't think personally, this guy's in trouble. But I don't think he's going to be found guilty of all these charges. Like Rageaholic did mention, and one thing I kind of agree with him, he's like, there's no proof this guy was doing anything violent, and I don't think this guy was doing anything violent.
If we're gonna say the bear mace was a weapon because he was identified holding,
he had bear mace on him, right? He had bear mace on him.
Is that being violent?
Bringing the weapon part, yes. I think just bringing this weapon into that building, yeah, that should be a crime. I'm sure it is. But did he use it?
But is that like what they mean legally when they say violence?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, we're not lawyers. Like, we don't understand what this language means.
Yeah, sure. I don't know what that exactly entails. But I don't think he harmed anyone, physically. I don't think he did.
I think we would know if he harmed somebody.
But it's funny, like like we said last time we talked about this, they noticed him right away. Like, the fans noticed him before the news did. They're like, "Oh shit, is that John Schaffer?" Like, and it was funny how that came about, because it was on the metal news before it was on like any other news that this guy was in there. That's where it really broke, and we were like, wow. And I didn't, admittedly, I didn't know anything about this guy.
He turned himself in
from Indiana
in January, right?
Yeah, January 17th.
So he's just been sitting in jail with the U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, and they haven't extradited him yet.
Awaiting, going to D.C.
Yes.
I think is it his bail hearing, or it was recommended he couldn't have bond.
Yes, I think none of those guys were to have bond.
No, some of them have gotten it. But they've had some restrictions on them, of course. But he hasn't, true. And I'm not sure why he is deemed more either dangerous or more a flight risk or whatever.
He's in more pictures, I think.
Maybe because he has sort of like international contacts. Maybe could that be it?
Like, because Iced Earth is so terrible that we've really got to watch this guy. That's why.
He was in a band with a German guy. Maybe he'd be wanting to help him flee to Germany.
No, the German guy was not. No. The German guy was not.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying maybe that was an argument of why he shouldn't be let out.
Yes, but they probably found out soon enough.
Like, he has known associates that are out, not American.
According to Rageaholic, the German guy is a Bolshevist.
You call him a Bolshevik.
Yes.
Just because he didn't want to be associated with someone who was literally facing federal charges.
He used the whole word salad that I can't even repeat. But he is not a fan of anyone else that wasn't Iced Earth or Demons and Wizards. He really is very angry all that.
That's the thing. It's like he's clearly like so wrapped up in the politics of this. It's like. And he's like getting so offended on John Schaffer's behalf.
Yes,
like, how dare you betray John Schaffer and like over this small little thing that he did? Yeah, like, where is the loyalty? You would be nothing without John Schaffer. It's like they're nothing right now, basically. Like, they're just trying to salvage what little they have of their career by not, attaching it to a fucking anchor going down.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we kind of want to continue doing metal music.
They're
be signed again.
They probably, John Schaffer has been a very political guy for a while, and they're probably just like either lightly conservative or just like not political people that don't want to be tied to this extremely partisan, extreme right-wing figure. Like, it's pretty reasonable.
I think it's clearly in this guy's music that he's had these views. I think it's really prevalent. Just the titles. I mean, I haven't bothered listening to the music, and I know you're all going to give me shit about it. You didn't even listen. Yeah, I didn't, because it's terrible. Like, I listened to 3 notes of it. I'm like, this is fucking the worst shit I've ever heard. Sorry.
I mean, I've never found it very interesting, but I haven't spent much time listening to it.
I tried.
I don't know.
This is bad. It's really bad power metal. It's like if Manowar was really bad.
But yeah, in continuing the story, I think 2 members of Iced Earth quit. There might be a a fourth
There's
member.
a whole bunch of them, yeah.
That I don't know if he's quit as well.
Where else is he gonna go? I mean, there's no Ice Earth, so
the guy from Blind Guardian who was with Wizards and Demons with John Schaffer left Wizards and Demons.
I guess that was the singer,
which was very offensive to Rachel.
Yeah, because Wizards and Demons and what was the other band called?
Iced Earth?
No, the other band is there. Just Wizards.
The guy
Demons,
that's in Wizards and Demons.
Oh, so he's
from the band Blind Guardian, which is bigger than any of these other bands.
Okay, right. All these cheesy, like they're just cheese ball. Like
it's for Europeans. All this is for Europe.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to ever call Ice Earth Euro metal, but they're kind of like adjacent. Like I don't think they sing about Euro metal things.
I can see them playing a festival in Europe.
Yeah, they're probably very walking friendly.
Europe festival fodder.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm curious how this will really turn. I don't think this guy's like. At first, like I was like, oh, this guy's gonna go to jail for it. Then I was like, oh, this guy's going to jail for a long time. But now I'm like, yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm like, probably.
I honestly don't even care what happens to him because like whatever happens to him doesn't like solve any of these issues.
No, certainly not. He's just a.
It's like I don't really care about retributive justice for John Schaffer. Like.
Yeah, he was, just following the silly cause. And I don't know, he should be punished for that thing on his.
I'm okay with him being pilloried and mocked in public. I'm fine with that.
That's inevitable, though. I mean,
I don't care about him suffering in jail. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's the answer.
I mean, he just seems very just mocked. He's just mock fodder. Like just that thing on his face is pissing me off.
I mean,
that thing on his face, and that face he makes when he's angry, when he points, he's like, "You!" That picture, that famous picture, and he's like.
I do think this whole thing is just pretty amazing. Like that, it was just such a beautiful picture of him taken. He was identified immediately. Like that's what you get.
Do we have it? No, not you again. Oh, there it is. See, there it is. Yeah.
That's not even the same.
That's not. That was before.
He likes to point like that.
He points a lot. That's his thing. He's like, I'm telling you about freedom. I'm telling you about the Constitution in America. And he points to it.
I wonder what that ring is.
Oh yeah, it's probably. Look at that.
It's on his right hand.
Yeah. That usually
it's not the wedding ring hand. Not that I know if he's taken.
That's his punching.
Is that a weapon?
Yeah, it's his punching.
Is that a low key weapon?
Yeah.
Or is that some kind of like secret? Society ring.
He's part of the Oath Keeper. The Oath Keepers issue a ring. Maybe.
No, the Oath Keepers disavowed him.
Oh, why? Like, why would they disavow him?
Because he's not an Oath Keeper.
Oh, you're like he's not racist enough.
He just had their merch.
He
was wearing Oath Keeper merch.
So you're an Oath Keeper and LARPer.
Well, speaking of which, someone parodied Iced Earth.
Yes, and this was funny.
Yes, the Glorious LARP.
The Glorious LARP, and the band called themselves Flattened Earth.
Flattened Earth.
Perfect, But,
should have been Flat Earth.
It's called Flat Earth. Do you want to listen to it? It's really bad. I mean, we can.
It's really bad. I don't even think it was too funny. It's just too on the nose.
Yeah, the artwork here is funny because it reminds me of that. It's got all your characters. Your Tucker Carlson over here. There's Alex Jones, and that was one of the guys.
Well, you love art like this.
And this
is your style.
Yeah, right. I make things like this, right? But this reminds.
It's got the shaman,
and there's that one over there.
It's got
the shaman's over here.
I think there's more because the image moves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. So it kind of scrolls, I guess.
It's got that Trump lawyer during the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's got everybody. They're all in there. But that reminds me of there's an artist that does these really cringy paintings. His name is John McNaughton, and he does these really serious mural paintings of there'll be a picture of Donald Trump just defending the Constitution physically, and Obama will be trying to burn it or something. And these aren't supposed to be funny either. They're hilarious, but they're not supposed to be funny. There's another one where it shows the really famous one where it shows Obama stepping on the Constitution, and he's surrounded by all the presidents in history, and they're all kind of just looking at him in disdain. They're all just how you're stepping on the Constitution. And then it shows the working white family, and it's no, you're stepping on the Constitution. Then it shows Mexicans trying to get into it's.
All right, we're getting off topic.
They're amazing.
Here. What are your thoughts on John Schaffer?
John Schaffer.
What do you think should happen to John Schaffer?
Yeah, you people down. I know you.
What do you think?
Me?
Yes.
Personally, this guy obviously he's I don't think he should get 20 years in jail.
I think he should do community service.
Sure. Why not?
Forever.
Like
I think he should be sentenced to a lifetime of community service. Not full time. He can still have a job.
Sure.
Like
well, what job is it?
He's got to serve the community.
Making bad music. Yeah, like he's like I don't know what to do. Like he's just so far gone. And he's just so funny to watch. And I don't think he's necessarily that dangerous. Like I don't think he's really a dangerous person.
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah. He doesn't have a history of violence, though.
I don't want to make assumptions as to his danger level.
Yeah, he doesn't have a history that we're aware of. So, he's never really done anything violent as far as we know.
I mean, this was pretty extreme.
Yeah, he definitely turned up there and went in and
But I do also there is the mob mentality. There are a lot of people who were probably in that building that wouldn't have had the courage to go in if they weren't surrounded by a mob of people doing the same thing.
Yeah, so like, oh shit, we're in here.
Is he a leader? Is he a follower? I don't know. I think there is a difference because followers are not actually that dangerous unless they're in a mob that's doing something
right.
crazy.
So he's like a pack of dogs that just can't control.
So they're capable of violence, I would say. He's probably capable of violence in a mob.
Sure. The mob is like the Borg, it's like it's a collective, it's a giant organism, and it's just going on just the needs of a few people in there, and it spreads. It's like a virus. It's weird the way a mob works like that.
I think he probably needs like a social worker. Yeah. He needs like a normal friend to talk to.
Yeah, I can't imagine he'd probably just point at you. He'd probably like, "Nah, I'm never tell you about the Constitution." He'd give you that point, stick your finger, wag that finger in your face, and just tell you about being a sovereign citizen and all that. I don't know if he's one of those guys. But yeah, I mean, this guy, I'm sure he's redeemable. Maybe he'll come out of this a better person.
I don't know if he's redeemable.
He'll be like,
He's probably gonna be crazy for the rest of his life.
He's definitely crazy, and the kind of music he makes is just, I don't know who likes that music.
People do like it.
I guess so. I just never.
Not a ton of people, but people do like it.
It's really bad music. It's like, how just imagine listen to an album of that. Just like sit down and listen to this album. Like I can't. Like it's just torture for me. Just listening to it. It's really bad. But anyway, these guys, Flat Earth, they kind of said they're doing like, it's almost like a Weird Al kind of impersonation of them, kind of sounding like Iced Earth, but doing this whole epic song about like all the stuff that went on. Kind of. But anyway, it's kind of it's shaking the metal world in a lot of ways, and it's most of it's funny. So we always need someone to sort of ridicule in the metal world, I guess.
The continuing saga of John Schaffer.
The Ballad of John Schaffer. The Ballad of John Schaffer, and hopefully we'll have more on him too, and you can all ratio me as you usually do when I talk about something political. But it gets you viewing. It gets you people viewing. If I talk about anything to do with politics, suddenly you all come out and you hate it, but whatever. You got to take what you get. You got to take what you got to get. Get what you can get here. So if people are viewing, you like everything else we do, though. Even the Holy Enema video, people didn't hate it. I was like, people are gonna hate this.
Why would they hate it?
They didn't hate it. They were like, oh, I've heard worse hardcore. People were just like, I've heard. They're like, it's not that bad. I'm like, oh, okay. I've been told, I've been like brainwashed that it was bad by certain other people in the band for my whole life, and he's obviously wrong. So anyway, speaking of